Uh, over the last, well, I don't know, August, I guess, months, I have videoed many videos and told about my kidnapping, and some of it I've tried to tell what they've done to me, this government here, when I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in 41. I was born in 39 and brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey Childers was my married name, Childers. Both twins, Peggy and Carl, were dead. I grew up being told that was my name, and that Lina Dempsey was my mother. She, in fact, had killed her twins, Peggy and Carl. They were born out of wedlock. So I grew up in a horrible, like a pigsty. Now then, I'm not going to go into that now. I'm just going to show a couple of pictures because I ended up in 77 writing, I'd worked for doctors, and writing about mind control back when nobody was speaking of it. So you can imagine what I went through claiming doctors were into mind control and putting chips in the heart bypasses, etc. I got a lot of repercussions. My sons, they went after my sons. And then I got a letter from the FBI June the 23rd of 79 saying there was an ongoing investigation, national security involved. And then April Fool Day of 80, I was still full of antifreeze and should have died, gone into a coma and died. Instead, I went for a tox screen to try to neutralize and find out what had been given me. And that was never done. Instead, they just took me from one place to the other and tortured me. I finally, that May, ended up illegally carried across the state line in Alabama and worked for the district attorney, Fred Simpson. Now then, I'm going to go to, my jobs were shut down, all this has been illegal, and I haven't even told you on this one, I can't. If anybody cares, they could go back, because this not only affects me, let's go back to the mind control that I wrote about. That was deliberately done in patterns. It's ongoing since then. And early 70s is, I guess, when I really became aware of it and was telling about it. So there's been movie stars killed. There's been British killed. There's been Germans killed. And there's certainly been Americans killed. So like the FBI agent told me, and he yawned, faking boredom, do you know how they feel when you're telling them this? They're bored. And he yawned, and he said, this is the FBI agent, said they'll only care when they find out how it affects them. So I'm going to skip to this last here again. I told about the Virginia, I live near Virginia Tech, Roanoke, if you call what I've done here living. The 33 that were killed there, the student from South Korea shot himself. And then you had the Fort Hood shooter was from Roanoke, born in Roanoke. He was a psychiatrist. He had finished college at Virginia Tech, Blacksburg. That's about 45 miles from here. So you've got a list of not just these mass like the Aurora, Colorado, and you've got a lot of mind control murders where the agency's programming them to go out and kill, or they can be single, doesn't have to be mass. But it's gone way beyond what anybody thinks. But what I want to focus on this is I was made out to like the lady that played Joan of Arc, Jean Seberg, Seberg. She was murdered November of 79. They harassed her, and they did everything in the book to her, and then when she was murdered using mind control, they made it look like suicide. Just like Dorothy Kilgallen, who had the link to the Kennedy. Well, the Kennedys, Joe Kennedy was ambassador to England, 36 to 46 when he was kicked out. He was appointed by Roosevelt, and Kennedy, the um, well, Kissinger later became part of it, Henry Kissinger. But you've got the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, and they got my own uncle in on it, George VI, who's illegal, who helped kidnap me and take down his own brother illegally, lies and everything. But I'm going to show a picture in a minute, but just scan it and show you. But I wanted, over the months, I have done the videos, and I've tried to show what was being done to me here. They made me, if you did a background check on me, you get a total lie. I can't even use my name. You wouldn't get any of the truth. It's like glossed over to a total lie. Oh, when I came to Roanoke in '86, October, in the winter, I mean, it's getting cold then, October the 20th, with no money, no nothing, hardly a sweater on, begging for a place to stay. What's happened, they blocked my jobs. They used all the agencies to block it. Had me begging for food stamps. They've had me begging for a place to stay. And the agency gets stuff on people, whether it's, well, let's say one of them here, the homeless assistance. They've had me running back and forth begging homeless assistance, and they're part of their funds and proposals they have to submit for funds to TAP, or it's federally funded, some of it. So this is one of the ways that the agency that's doing this to me has got stuff on police departments, and they will find something. The police are afraid of it. They're afraid of getting, and it's happened, where they're programmed and shot. But I don't know, they program someone to shoot them. And some of this can be proven because of the patterns. So the agency that's doing it, I've been told this too. Either they go and get something on the person and tell them they're going to shut their bank account down, or that their son or daughter they caught smoking pot or with drugs on them, and they'll go to jail, but they'll make a deal with them if they'll participate in this part of what's been happening to me. So if this sounds garbled to you, stop and think, because it's something so bad I can't even tell it. And I know how I'm made to look, because that's the reason I made this picture this morning. I'm sitting here in Roanoke, and I pay my rent, and I've been here, and my health is so bad because of the chemicals that's pumped into this room. I'm renting a motel room, and it's winter, and it's here in Roanoke, and I don't know what it is. Tonight is, or the last few days, it's probably been about 0 or maybe 10 above at night. I'm not sure, but it's cold as heck in here. I turned the heat on, just like in the summer. I couldn't use the fan or anything. I just left it off, and there's still fumes coming out of it. And that make me so sick. I'm allergic to chemicals. It's a immune disorder where it's mind control, the same as the illness I have, is not visible. Now anybody knows that peanuts are visible, but once somebody eats it, what? They're sick and die. People know that, but with me, the chemicals, they have gotten maintenance and everywhere I've gone, or if I've been able to go where, like Affordable Corporate Suites, here the man is Jewish and he owns a whole bunch of these throughout the state in North Carolina. It doesn't do me any good. I can't go to the police, and I keep quoting, and I don't know if anybody's even bothered to call him, State Trooper retired Carl Barton, and his wife Linda actually told me, this is the way we make you run, with chemicals. And, I mean, it's appalling to me. I'm just about dying because my immune system attacks me. And my liver, my kidneys, my heart, my vascular system, the blood veins in my legs, the veins are so bad over the last couple of years. They started, and this girl named Beverly that moved in next to me over at Joseph's Way in Bedford, it was a Section 8. They've even got me a Section 8 homeless